Now, this aquarium has a very clear and very common frustration at the moment. Some of the corals in this tank are absolutely growing and absolutely thriving. Now, some of them are not. So we need to look at what are the variables that we can change in order to grow a wider species of corals in this particular aquarium. The number one thing that we could change: water flow and lighting options. So you might suggest, well, how come some of the corals are thriving under this light and other corals are not thriving under this light? That is a very common frustration, and it can just be that some corals do better under lights versus other corals. But the other thing that we can do is send away ICP tests. So this water, as far as we can test, is absolutely perfect. But there's a lot more tests available that may uncover levels that are outside of our expectations. So we might think, oh, the way we're looking after this tank would assume that the trace elements and micro elements are okay. But once again, our assumption is irrelevant. We need to test it. So testing iodine, make sure that there's a correct level there, not too much or not enough. We might test strontium, we might test potassium, we might test a wider range within the realm of available tests. But we can also send away ICP tests to Triton, and then Triton can give us a whole new array of tests that may then be available for us to assess, and we can change the variables with that extra bit of information in the hope of then being able to grow the wider range of corals in which we desire and expect. Anyway, put a little note on the bottom of this video. What experience or advice do you have for a tank in this situation?